Welcome to I Am Geek, the show for the geek in all of us, and this is episode 10. Can you believe it?
Ooh. No. I mean, yes.
Actually, this is sort of like episode
12.
12?
Because there was a 3.5, right? And then 2 parts of last week.
Yeah. But we're counting it as 10. This is 10.
That's right.
This is
there's a special in there.
Yeah.
We've got fireworks tonight.
Whew.
You won't be able to
Special
see them. We have a parade that's going to come through.
Yep.
We're going to have a fun time.
As long as you tag like 10 friends, you'll see the fireworks.
Yeah.
When you like the post and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, if we get like 100 likes and 100 shares, then we'll do the next episode.
No, we'll do that anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
We got Bruce Springsteen and the Wings ready to come in.
That might deter people, but we need to give them an incentive. It's like we're gonna have fireworks. It's gonna be a big party. Yeah.
Now I heard that if you make it to 10 episodes, then you're never stopped. That was I heard that from another podcaster. So we made it to 10. That's from a podcast called BLT Lunch Break. It's a good podcast.
Sounds like a threat. Pretty sure it's a threat.
Yeah.
We gotta get through it first, though, right?
We have to. We have to get all the way through.
Okay.
This could break down easily in seconds. So
yeah.
So so we got not a lot going on this week, but a lot of stuff to talk about. 2 of us are injured or sort of injured at the moment. I messed up my back moving a piano by myself because I thought that I could. Forgot how old I was, but I did move it. It did all the way. Actually, it wasn't the piano that hurt my back. It was like this little like drawer thing that I picked up after the piano that hurt my back. But we'll say it's the piano because that sounds more manly. That I picked up a piano and moved it.
The same thing happened to me. I was moving a ton of paint buckets, and then I went to the room to take the pictures off the wall to paint, and a nail fell down. Been over to pick the nail up, and I did not get back up. I was down for the count. I was just on the ground. I was like, how did I end up here?
Now I think Katrin had the most epic hurt or whatever you want to call it this week.
I forgot how old I was, and we of course it's Memorial Day weekend. You're cooking out, you're playing in the water hose, right? People still do that, right? Playing with the water hose.
Sure.
No, probably not. Yeah. No, I mean that's what we did when we were kids. But anyways, we got the kids out. We actually went to a baseball game in Memphis. Went to the Redbirds game, and it was gonna be awesome. But unfortunately, it was scorching hot and humid, and we said forget this, and left and went home. And our neighbor said, let's get the slip and slide out. And so they got the slip and slide out, and it's got it has water features, which is awesome. So it's down the side it has water spraying up, and it's got a pool at the end of it, so you got somewhere to land into if you're sliding. And he had it set up at first, and it did side to side on the grass, so it wasn't going downhill. Like, no, we got to turn it down to go downhill, and so we had the kids going, and it's wet. I was like, we may have to get Dawn soap or something on this thing just to get them going, but we didn't do it. But we ended up grabbing the kids and sliding them down the slide. And so, anyways, long story short, I decided I watched them do it several times, and I was like, I think I can do this. I envisioned it in my head. I was like, I can make this happen. I think instead of going face first, it's like you see on the commercials, and all that. I decided to go on my rear end, kind of like a baseball slide.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe that would be easier because I can kind of get down a lot easier, and I'm demonstrating on the video. But
There's like one rule for going down a slip and slide is you go head first. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So I did try that first. I actually did try that first. Tried to go head first, and then I was like, no, that didn't work out too well. I think I'll go hips for, or, and so I just tried it different ways, and every time it was just kind of like, just it didn't go anywhere. I think if we did have the Dawn soap or well, Dawn, can you sponsor us? But some kind of soap or Pam or something.
Pam. Just spray her down.
Break out the coconut oil.
We needed something besides water because the material was slick, but it just wasn't slick enough. The kids, like I said, were having a hard time. It was funny watching them just bang into the thing and slide a little bit. But I woke up the next morning and I was like, why am I so sore? It had to be that from just like jarring my body trying to jump and slide on this thing because I didn't do anything else. It's like I slept on the floor one night, but
is that a story for another time?
Yeah, is that a horror story?
No, we had some bad storms here, and our son ended up sleeping in our bed, so I slept on the floor, and yeah, I think that could have done it too. But I'm pretty sure it was the slip and slide that.
I would guess so.
My whole body is just in pain. Still, right now, I can't.
You gotta wash that thing down with soap before you slide down
I know.
when you get to our age.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of was it National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Where he pams up the
Yeah, exactly.
the disc.
Yeah, it helps, right?
Shoots on through. I just picture just this ball of light shooting down. The slip and slide
that was Catron. The ball of
It
light.
was not actually because I just went thump. It's like if you do an image like a GIF search on Google of slip and slide, there's one of a girl just trying to go down and she slams her face into the slip and slide and yeah, that was kind of me. But now, everybody got a good laugh, so it's fun.
Yeah, we had one when we were a kid. We had a slip and slide, and it's probably the last time I've been on a slip and slide because of the trauma that I suffered from it. I don't know if you remember this, Chris. Do you remember when I went?
Yes, I do, actually.
I went down. I mean, we were kids, and we got the slip and slide, and we thought it was the greatest thing in the world, which they were great. But I slid down it once, and I felt this like sensation of flesh ripping away from bone or something from my knee, and this burning, and I'm like, what in the world? Well, our house has these big trees in the backyard, and I guess they're a walnut maybe.
Yeah, it was like a nut. It was a giant nut.
A walnut that had a squirrel, I guess, had gnawed away at and made it like razor sharp, and it just sliced through my knee, and I still have the scar. Like this was years ago, but
cautionary tale.
Yeah, cautionary says watch out for the nuts on your slide, I guess. No,
I think there's other ways to put that.
Check. But the thing is, this is how different, time, and this is going to get me in trouble, and she will deny it. But all I remember after that, like I had blood like gushing from my knee and running inside, and I remember our mom sort of looking at me, and it's like, she's like, here, just put this towel on it. Sit down and watch some TV. You'll be fine. And she's going to deny. But that's what I remember. I remember her saying, here's some ice and a towel. Just wrap it. It'll stop bleeding. Just watch some TV. Now today, like parents, like I'm a parent. I mean, we freak out about everything. But it's just like back when we were younger, it was like, just put something on it and sit down. You'll be fine. I had a few times like that. I had a broken arm, and they sort of like, I don't know, but then they took me to the hospital for that one. That's a whole nother story. But
I think that was just you. They babied me. So.
Yeah. I mean,
I saw where they went wrong.
Yeah,
they're just like we kind of you were the practice one.
Yeah.
and they did everything right with me. So I'm good. I love our parents. I don't know what you have a problem with.
No, I love them. I'm just saying I remember that. Like it's in my head. It's like just sit down in front of the
My
TV.
parents are great. They love me. I don't know what you're talking about. They did
So-
everything right.
Did you not even get any Bactine? Like the spray stuff, right?
Maybe I don't remember. Like I just remember. I think I probably don't remember because I passed out from all the blood loss. But
If it's that much, then you probably didn't do Bactine. Yeah.
It was a river of blood after that on the slip and slide, just a giant river of blood.
I had like
No, I do remember that.
Yeah, if I
yeah,
have,
we checked every time after that. We checked underneath
yeah,
the
we
slip and slide
checked every
before.
time. But like every like accident that I've had is not like this little accident. It's like this like weird like when I broke my arm. It wasn't like I was like up in a tree and I fell out. I was like hanging from the bottom branch, standing on a little stoop thing, and it slipped out from under me, and I fell from like I don't know 5 feet or something. Broke my arm. And then in middle school, I'm just going to tell all these horrific stories about me.
You're just a fragile child. I think that was a problem.
I don't know, but in middle school, like now, I don't know if you guys had. Well, Chris, you probably did. I don't know about Catrins because you went to the same middle school. No, you went somewhere else, didn't you?
No, I went to Ashley Academy.
Yeah, you were
when you went
fancy.
to
They did
Liberty
love
College.
you more. That's
Yeah, exactly. I went to a private school.
I went to public school.
I was very-
School of Hard Knocks. Our parents are gonna love this episode. But in my middle school, in the locker rooms, they had these big lockers that you would pull out. Like they weren't just against the wall. They were on these tracks. They were on these tracks, and you would pull them out from the wall, and they were huge. I mean, they were big, and they pull it on these tracks. Well, back when I was in middle school, this will age me some. Boat shoes were really popular. Do you remember boat shoes? They're like canvas, and they have like the little leather that goes around, little leather strips goes around them. But they're like canvas shoes. So I had these white canvas shoes on, boat shoes or whatever, and somebody pulled the lockers out. But what they didn't realize that was my foot was on the track. And these I'm just thinking about it. The locker went over my foot, and the only way to get it off was to go back over. And I was wearing white boat shoes that slowly started turning red.
Oh.
So I had a red boat shoe now, and like, it was horrible. I had to get stitches and everything. It was like I'm surprised my foot didn't get cut off, but so yeah, 10th episode. So
yeah, you
Blood
had a
and
very
gore.
painful childhood. Yeah, I just got E. coli poisoning. That's the only thing that happened to me.
yeah, just a little
I just
coli.
about- Yeah, just regular E. coli poisoning for
Yeah,
my
mine
hamburger or something.
Mine was always blood or concussions. So, which that's the why I'm the way I am.
You're still here. You are our father's son.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get into stories about him sometime. He's going to be down here in June, which is around the corner. So we're going to try to get him on an episode and tell some of his wild stories. He's written 2 books. One is loosely based on his life, but not really. They're both fiction. Called Beyond the Majestic, and the other one's called Guarding Buffalo, which sort of is like a sci-fi time travel.
Yeah, about
type
2
book.
boys growing up.
Yeah,
One
so
of them,
we'll have him on.
They may not be in the same times.
Yeah, and he could tell the stories that really happened to him, like wrestling a bear, and we could tell we're from Tennessee. He wrestled a bear. We told the dynamite story, even though he says it didn't happen like that. We'll just we'll let him explain it.
We'll get his take.
Yeah, but he'll be on hopefully in June. So what else is happening in the world? I saw that I know a cartoon that Chris loves, maybe getting a reboot by Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
called
I-
Animaniacs.
Oh, I love Animaniacs. I'm a little afraid of the word reboot.
Yeah.
If they're just straight making new episodes, I'm great with it, and especially with the old cast because they make the show. Like, the
Yeah.
old cast makes the show. I love the voices and everything.
Couldn't they just
And
continue it on? Because technically, isn't it if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. The show, like, it starts out and it's talking about how they were what were their names? Yakko, Wacko, and Dot were locked in the tower for like 20
Yes.
years, and then they got
yeah,
out.
so yeah, they were. It was in like the heyday, like I don't know, 1920s or something. I think is what it was like when cartoons were first beginning or something, and they were a little too zany, a little too wacky. People couldn't control them. Yeah, so they locked them in the water tower until they escaped in the 90s.
Wow. So they could just continue that. That it's been 20 years.
They,
They
yeah,
escape to continue
Or-
on.
yeah,
Or they could go
they
back.
relocked them in. Yeah,
Yeah,
Or they could go
Yeah.
back to what happened before that,
that's true.
prequel.
Prequel.
or what they did in those. What you say, 20 years in the tower?
Yeah, something like that.
Baboon.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited to
I
see
was-
it if they make it. It's not
Yeah,
it's not a
I like
definite
it.
yet.
Yeah, and I always loved the songs they would do. That's how I learned the 50 U.S. states and their capitals.
Oh, would you like to sing
Yeah.
some for us?
Um, and I could like there's the countries, and Yakko would do that one. It'd be United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominica, Cuba, Caribbean, Grenada, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Coast, and yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep, and we're out of time.
And out of time, all done.
That's our show, folks.
Had to go through all the countries.
Hello. Oh,
So I'm hoping that maybe they're still trying to find a place for it to be. I'd love to see it on Netflix. I think it would be a good fit to sort of do it on Netflix instead of trying to get it on maybe a regular channel.
Fox or something.
Yeah, I'd love to see it on Netflix. We'll see if it happens. So what do you guys think about reboots? Do you like the idea of reboots? You're like, I don't know.
I don't.
You don't like that? Not at all.
It's like what's with the Mummy? Was that a reboot? I mean, what? It was such a good series with Brendan Fraser. I liked.
Oh, I
Brendan
loved.
Fraser.
I loved.
Okay,
the
you had a
series.
weird face. I was like, oh, you didn't like it?
No, my weird face is about who they've cast in the new.
Yes. Oh my
movie.
gosh. It's like
Tom Cruise.
Tom Hanks.
Tom
That'd be even
Hanks.
better.
Yeah, I would watch it if it was Tom Hanks.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm just
well,
not a fan of
they're
Tom
doing-
Cruise.
Yeah.
They're doing the whole expanded universe thing. They're trying to do a Marvel, or
Yeah.
they're calling it the Dark Universe.
The Dark Universe. Well, originally,
Yeah.
if you think about it, the Universal Monsters was sort of the original.
Yeah.
Monsters Universe.
So it was
universe.
kind of a reboot on that anyway.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not excited for the new
No.
Mummy one at all.
I wasn't until like they did, and they got me. They pulled me in by nostalgia. They did like a featurette thing where it showed like the old classic movies and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I do kind of like those. Oh, those are great. Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I like the old ones. I like the black and white ones. I love those. Then I love the Brendan Fraser ones.
Yeah.
But they're trying to do. I think what they're trying to do here is what they did with a little bit with what they did with Ghostbusters, and then a little bit with what okay, we'll make the Mummy female. We'll switch the gender on that, and then we'll make it more dark, sort of take out the comedy element of it.
I generally don't. I don't mind reboots. But the thing that gets me is like with the Ghostbusters and stuff. It's like these people are still around. That you could it could easily be a continuation
Yeah.
of what was done before, rather than just rebooting.
Yeah.
If it's something that was like the old classic Mummy movies, and then they did the Brendan Fraser ones. That's like there's at least a time span in between that, to where it can be reinvented for that day and age. Where like these, like you can't. I mean, you can reinvent it, but I mean, it wasn't really that long ago, so it's not like huge reinvention.
Well, the
for
same
it.
thing with the Spider-Man movies. I mean,
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
lifetime, we've had
Well, Batman, too.
three different Spider-Man.
Three. Yeah.
Like,
And Batman.
yeah, Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman was a
they were
little longer, like period in
Yeah,
between
but
the Michael
Yeah.
Keaton and, but the Spider-Mans were just like bam, bam, bam. It was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
all right,
Well, that was they couldn't get a handle on what they wanted to do with it, and they had to keep making movies, otherwise they lost
yeah,
the
I
rights
get it.
back to Marvel.
I get it.
That was kind of it's
So as
annoying.
far as the dark universe, I guess the next movie is supposed to be Bride of Frankenstein, maybe.
Yes, with Javier Bardem as the Frankenstein monster, which he's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
And he was that's him and it was him in Pirates because I saw Pirates Friday.
Well, don't spoil it for us because
I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. If you're a fan of the Pirates movies, I think you'll enjoy it. But I don't know necessarily if you have to go to theater to see it. I'll just say that.
Well,
Well,
I'm excited for it. We've been watching all of them, so we've been having a marathon. So we have one more until we've caught up with the new one. We just finished World's End, which the movies hold up. They were fun.
But yeah, as far as reboots for the Animaniacs, I don't mind, but I don't necessarily want it to be a reboot. I think a continuation would be good. But with cartoons, it's a little different. Like I'm excited for the DuckTales reboot. But that's I don't know. I was such a huge DuckTales fan.
Yeah, we'll see.
And,
they just
I think
announced who's doing. Gizmo Duck. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Lin-Manuel and another name after that.
Yeah. The guy that wrote Hamilton and the music for Moana.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to sing and rap about a duck, I guess.
He's going to be in Mary Poppins, the Mary Poppins.
Yeah, he's like in everything right now. Which I loved Hamilton. It was good.
But I didn't like they're kind of tweaking his, like, Gizmo Duck's Fenton Crackshell as his alternate identity. They're kind of tweaking it where it almost sounds like he's more of an inventor, which he wasn't. He was just kind of a goofball in the original. I like that he was like a goofball and he became like a...
Yeah, they always got to change our childhood. What do you think about the, speaking of Disney, what they're doing with all their old classic cartoon movies, turning them into live action?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast. I've heard it's really good, but everything I've seen, it just looks like an exact copy of the cartoon. So I'll just watch the cartoon.
Let's put it a different way. What do you think if Walt Disney was alive? What do you think he would think of it?
People are like, we already made this movie. Why are we doing it again?
Exactly. I don't think he would be happy. Of course, I don't think he'd be happy with a lot of stuff they do.
Probably not.
Well, it's funny they're calling the Lion King movie a live action, and it's like it's all animals, so it's going to be CGI, right?
Yeah, it's going to be like the Jungle Book movie.
Yeah, but there's no people in the.
Yeah.
I mean, at least in Jungle Book there was a.
They're just going to have one guy.
Are.
There's going to be one guy walking through the background. He's going to be like waving.
No, they had somebody. I heard. Yeah.
They're going to have people.
They're going to have
the Lion
all
King?
in motion capture. They're going to have them all in motion capture suits.
Oh, God.
Just depicting the animals, and that'll translate directly into the animation. They won't have to do any fixes or anything. It's just going to pop right in.
Speaking of the animator talking, saying, I think you're a little sarcasm coming from the animator there.
I don't know. No. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a lot of work. Animators gotta animate. I don't know. So, are there any cartoons from your childhood that you'd like to see come back?
Well, they redid Voltron. They're supposed to redo, which I think it was supposed to be live action, Thundercats, right? Weren't they supposed to redo something with that?
There's been talks about that, and He-Man has been thrown around for years. It's gone through different directors.
Transformers has gone through different versions, but not really.
Yeah, it's
reboot.
It's just everything moves really quickly and explosions.
That's right.
G.I.
Joe.
G.I. Joe could be fun if they like. I mean, they did the movies, but if they
did a cartoon.
better,
the movies weren't anything to write home about.
yeah.
You know what? You know a cartoon that I'd like to see come back, and I know it probably wouldn't even be any good. Mask. Remember Mask?
Yeah. Actually, they are going to do that.
Oh,
they're planning on.
I think I heard that. Yeah.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, they're supposed to. So Hasbro is wanting to do an expanded universe like Marvel as well, because everybody wants to do it. And so supposedly there's going to be expanded universe that's going to link Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, and the Micronauts, I believe.
Ah.
And they're all supposed to be the same universe. But they're doing that in the comics. They're already doing that. There's, I think, ID. Oh, Chris Gayton has the Mask figure.
I have a box of them somewhere. I have like all of them.
Yeah, so we found it in some stuff, and Carlos like, we got to give it away. Like,
no.
No.
Mask.
For those of you who are listening, the mask toys, if you didn't have them, basically was like the one that Catron has is a motorcycle that turns into a helicopter. So it was a vehicle that turned into another vehicle, and the characters wore these big, huge masks over their heads. But the mask stood for something, and I couldn't tell you.
I can't think of it.
It was an abbreviation. And all the helmets had different powers. They could shoot out different things.
Yeah.
From the eyes.
They were huge. What was that?
From the googly eyes. They'd shoot them out.
That would be cool.
Okay, here we go. Mobile Armored Strike Command. So they spelled command with a K.
Yeah, because
their criminal organization was called Venom, Vicious Evil Network of Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
The tagline was, "Illusion is the ultimate weapon."
True.
Nice. But I love those figures though. The main hero had the car that like the doors opened like upwards to form wings for a plane.
Yep.
I love that.
Now, be sure that if you do look up Mask, that you don't find that movie Mask with Cher and what that.
Or the Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
do y'all remember that movie though? With the yeah, that's bad. Sorry. But the Jim Carrey movie would be good. But I was looking to see if it's on Netflix by chance. The Mask series. I feel like I've seen it somewhere that it's on, but I don't think it is.
Probably find some on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I loved Mask. We had like all the toys. Well, not all of them, but a bunch of them.
We had like the base. It was like it had like a mountain.
It was a gas station with a mountain with a boulder that came out of it. It had like a gun up in it.
Yeah, a gun up in the mountain that would come out. So cool.
So did you, I know you guys don't play video games, but I heard that Uncharted, the video game series Uncharted, they're going to make a movie supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
But the rumor is that it's not going to be like the game at all. That it's going to be like his childhood.
Well,
and
you saw who they got to play.
Tom Holland, which I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but there's no way the movie's going to be as good as the movie that was the game. Because basically when you play the game, it's like you're in the movie playing along with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The cutscenes were phenomenal. The actors that they had playing the voices were like really great. And then one of the, which I always thought, if you make a movie, just have the girl that does the Elena or whatever her name play Elena, because she's an actress. She was the lead character in the Haven on Sci-Fi show.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That's her?
That's her. She did the voice for the main female character in Uncharted, and I'm like, well, there's your character right there. But so they're doing Tom Holland as a younger version of him, so they don't copy the games. And I'm like, that's what made those games, those characters.
So I did play Uncharted 3. I haven't got through all of it, but I have played Uncharted 3. And like the first part of that takes place in his childhood, doesn't it?
It's 4. I think Uncharted 4.
It's 4. Okay, is it 4? Okay, I played
It takes
4.
place. So I'm like, so we've already seen that in the game too. So I'm like, why don't you? I don't know. It's just like Tom. He doesn't look anything like him to begin with.
They just need to hire Nathan Fillion.
And I know. And they said that and Tom Holland. There's a guy that's sort of his mentor, Sully, and they asked Tom who he thought should play him, and he said like Jake Gyllenhaal, which I thought, well, that's dumb, or Chris Pratt because he's friends with Chris Pratt, so he should play him.
Oh, okay.
I could see Chris Pratt being more Nathan Drake than Sully.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But got the whole Indiana Jones vibe already.
Yeah, so I don't know. So here's a question for you: have there been any movies that are based on video games that were actually good? Can you think of any?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
come on.
That's one of my favorites.
The soundtrack is killer.
I mean,
okay.
Admittedly, it was really cheap.
It was a fun movie, but it wasn't.
Oh no,
a good movie.
Well.
That's debatable.
No, it was enjoyable. Yeah, of them. Let's see, there's been a couple of Mario Brothers. There's been a couple of Street Fighter movies.
So the question again: has there been any good movies made based on video games?
A lot of people like the Resident Evil movies.
That one's pretty good.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I like the first one.
The first one was pretty good.
Silent Hill's kind of creepy. The first Silent Hill movie.
List of films based on video games.
The most recent one was Assassin's Creed, which I watched it. It had its moments, but it had a lot of slow parts where you're just like, okay, we get it. Get on. Like the scenes that they did where he was like in the past were really cool. They should have just did the whole movie with him in the past because those were parts that were cool. But when then they went to the present day or future, wherever he was, it was just it just dragged on. He's like, why am I here? What's going on? I thought I was dead. And it's just like, okay, get back to the cool action scenes. So, but I can't. I'm trying to think of other games that were made into movies.
A lot of people like the Angry Birds movie. I've never seen it, but I've heard
it was funny. I watched it with Grant. It was pretty funny.
I haven't seen it.
Max Payne. I don't know if I saw Max Payne. I like that game though. It's a good game. Alone in the Dark. Oh.
No.
What about the Tomb Raider movies? Were those any good?
They were sort of hit and miss. Yeah.
Pokemon movies.
Well,
I don't know if you really count Pokemon. Well,
Double Dragon.
Yu-Gi-Oh had a movie,
but they had a cartoon series too. So I don't know.
Hitman, Far Cry.
It's sort of hard to make a video game into a movie. I think
they're making a Fatal Fury movie, or no, they did make one. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 1994. That was one of my favorite games.
It's about to come out in 1994.
Right, only in Japan. It was in a different section. I was like, is this new movies? No, it just this is the one that they are working on is Rampage. That is an older.
That's right. And it's got The Rock.
The Rock. He's in everything.
I loved playing Rampage. That was cool. I played it with my son and showed it to him. We were having a hard time trying to play it. It wasn't working like I remembered it, but it was still kind of funny. Just breaking the buildings down.
And the one video game that you didn't know about, Ryan, that came out was Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li.
Yeah, it's probably a reason I didn't know about the movie.
I mean, it had Kristen Crook from Smallville.
Smallville was one of my favorite TV series, but I don't remember that movie at all. It must have been during my dark times. I don't know.
2009, it made $12 million.
Well, there you go. Now, I think some of these newer games that are coming out, like Uncharted, like The Last of Us, games like that. They're pretty much a movie anyways. Because the cinematic elements are just so beautiful and everything. So I think it's sort of hard to take a game that looks that good and the story is so great and then make a movie out of it, because you either try to make the exact same thing that the game was, which is sort of hard, or you take it in a whole different direction. So when the people that play the game watch it, they're like, well, this is nothing like the game. So I think it's that fine line, that's sort of the curse of the video game movie. Because if you look back at the Super Mario movie, nothing like the game. Nothing like the game.
No, it's exactly.
I will be interested in. We talked about it. I think last week, the Castlevania cartoon series. We'll see how that does.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a little different.
A little different, yeah.
Because it'll be a series and it'll be a cartoon. Typically, if they do like a cartoon of this stuff, it turns out better. Like I've seen some of the Street Fighter cartoons, like anime things that they've done.
Yeah,
and those are pretty fun. But yeah, but the movies, I don't know. They seem to have a hard time. But but speaking of Chun-Li, though. Our battle this week includes Chun-Li.
Segway.
Segway. Excuse me, sir. Would you like a Segway?
Catron just drove by on one.
That's right.
So it's Chun-Li against Shredder. Do we even discuss this, or do we? Which Shredder is this? Or just Shredder in general?
We can go with Shredder in general. I mean, last time we went with the Tango Shredder, his Demon Shredder. I mean, he's got all these powers. It took the Turtles and a whole bunch of other guys to defeat him. Basically, to defeat him, they had to link his present self to his past self, and then someone could control him in that way. I don't know if Chun-Li would be able to do that.
Well, I mean,
she's got really quick kicks.
Yeah, she's got those thighs, the thighs of steel. That's the first thing that literally pops up when you Google her powers.
There you go.
And she's got some. I mean, she's pretty quick. She's got some powerful moves. I mean, she had like a move that could she could shoot herself through a fireball, not be hurt. And attack
hold
people.
on, we need to get the special weapon.
The special weapon,
because that could change it all.
I mean, it could change everything.
Stop
what are we
the
doing?
presses.
Because we had a lightsaber last week that just took over. So
Yeah,
this whole episode 10 is just throwing everybody off. We just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, crazy.
There's been a lot of blood loss. We're just like a little. Okay, so who has the powers?
all right, I've got them all up here. So,
okay.
Which one? Who do you want first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, this is not good.
Maybe ladies second.
Okay, so this is a Red Ryder BB gun. Is the
he could shoot? She could shoot his eye out.
You can shoot an eye out. Yes, that's true.
He could shoot an eye out with that thing. Blind him.
Oh god!
It's got a compass on the stock, so I don't know if that comes in handy or not.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, robbers who are basically like the modern day ninjas.
Yeah,
you can take them out. So
that's true. It did seem a lot more powerful than most BB guns I've ever seen. But
yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me click it for the next one for Shredder's secret weapon. Oh, I can't do that one again. I needed to clean up the list here. Oh, okay. A pet wolf.
Oh, hey, that kind of makes sense. But she would probably mutate into like a mutant wolf.
Yeah. So we have Shredder with the mutant wolf, and we have Chun-Li with the Red Ryder BB gun.
Well, actually, one of her special abilities, she is skilled at shooting. That actually is one of her skills. She's a skilled marksman.
Did she have she didn't have a gun in the game, did she?
No, but I guess it's just one of her skills.
So you're telling me, okay, hold on. All right, so she went into this Street Fighter tournament where people are like shooting. What do some of them shoot stuff? Yeah, shooting fireballs, everything. She goes, "Hey, you know what? I'm a skilled marksman, but you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to kick really fast." So she could have used this ability in all the Street Fighter games, but she chose to kick really fast.
Well, she does have a energy projection thing, doesn't she? She did. I thought she was able to shoot like some kind of fireball.
I thought she just kicked really fast. Hold on.
That's everybody's favorite move. It's what she does, and she's got like a drop down kick where she like shoots up above the person, and then they can't see her, and then she like drops straight down on their head. Kind of technique. It's some really long
she flips
Japanese
in the air.
name that I can't.
I'm not seeing any projectiles.
I feel like she did have something, but
the Sunritsukiyaku. I'm sure I said that right.
Was it like the thing? It was like a big half moon, or I don't know.
No,
like a moon coming out.
That was Guile.
Yeah, that was Guile.
Yeah.
I could have sworn she had something.
Yeah, I'm not.
We really did our research on this one. I don't know. Maybe it was just mostly kicks.
I think she just kicked a lot. Hold on. Here's a guide. She has fast walk speed.
There you go.
Whatever that is.
Walk really fast. That worked well with for Legolas. Against Shredder.
So if you're listening and if you know, just tell us on Twitter or something. Because I don't see any kind of projectile. Just a spinning bird kick, lightning legs, air lightning legs, extreme lightning legs.
Yeah.
She likes her lightning legs.
Also lightning legs. I mean, they're both extremely skilled fighters, but yeah, I mean Shredder, like he's able to take on like all the turtles at once, and Master Splinter, who's like a kung fu like master, and basically go toe to toe with them. And he's even killed Splinter in various versions where he's taken him down. And then Chun-Li, I don't know. She has a hard time going against Bison, and he's basically the Shredder of the Street Fighter world. And so I don't know.
So who is your? We pretty much know who wins this one. Did you guys played Street Fighter growing up, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was your go-to?
I always liked either Blanca or Dawson.
Gotcha.
Or you could stretch really far, or the electrical attacks with Blanca. Those are always fun for me.
I don't think I had a go-to, because I was never really that great. I would just happen upon the combo move or the moves. Like I could never get them to do the the big you can Farfignugan, could never
the German version.
And then like E Honda was kind of fun because he could fly across the screen.
That was my guy, either E Honda or Zangief.
Yeah, I don't. I think I did best with like Ryu or Ken. So I don't know.
I could do pretty good with Vega because I would just jump around everywhere.
Yeah, and of course you could kind of cheat with what's the skinny guy with his arms would stretch out.
Yeah, Dawson.
Dawson. Like you could really be far away from somebody. That was kind of nice, but it just.
Although, I've played one of the later ones recently, and it seems like he got depowered. It's like he wasn't as good as he used to be.
Oh, really?
I don't know. He was really slow. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved.
I didn't care.
E Honda was fun because he would do that like crazy fast hand thing, and then Zangief because he did all the wrestling moves. So he like suplex, and he did that spinning power bomb thing or whatever it was, which is crazy. So I wonder why I like the wrestler.
I don't know. It's so weird.
I was at a bachelor party one time and we were playing some video game, and it was a fighting game on Xbox 360. And I'm terrible at these games, but I'm really good at button mashing. And for some reason I was beating everybody, even the guy that like it was his game. Every once in a while I would beat him because I would just sit here and just I'm gonna press every button and try all these half moon circle, all this stuff, and it was funny. Just got lucky with it, but I never really even Mortal Kombat I could never really do well.
Yeah, the ones that had the moves where you had to go like left and then right real fast.
Yeah,
I would always mess those up. Like I can never do that for some reason.
You see the guy kind of move back and forth.
Yeah.
If I could set on easy mode, you could do it easy mode, or it's just like one button super moves.
Yeah,
I was good with that.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say any of the games with the combos like Tekken and Virtua Fighter, I guess was that one. I don't know, but where it was just hit, and it builds upon it. Those I feel like I do really well with. Like Eddie,
the one game
from Tekken, I think he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah. The one game that I could do the combos with pretty well was the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi games. And maybe it's just because it was Dragon Ball, I learned the moves. I'm a Dragon Ball nerd. But those I could do, and they were fun. But yeah, all the other ones I had so much trouble remembering what the combos were.
Yeah,
you can do them.
Yeah, there was a lot of games that came out at the same time. There was that whole fighting game era, which was just all. I think we had one called Clay Fighters or something. Remember that?
Clay Fighters.
Yes. Yeah, it was stop motion animation.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Yeah.
That was a free game not too long ago on Xbox, and I played it recently, and it's pretty fun. But that was a good one. King of Fighters. Some of the Neo Geo games were really cool too. Art of Fighting, King of Fighters, and
what's that one that you could have all different swords, like you would upgrade the different weapons.
Oh, Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, yeah, that one was fun.
That's actually the one I think that we were playing at the bachelor party. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, I always liked the girls in that one. Long weapons.
So are we saying Chun-Li goes down?
She's going down.
Yeah, I'm thinking Chun-Li's going down, unfortunately.
She doesn't have the arrow to the neck move, so...
Nope. No, she's got a BB gun to the neck. But
got a BB gun.
If an arrow's not going to do it, then a BB's
not going to do it. No.
Unless it was like, blessed by some...
holy monk.
Shaolin monk.
Yeah. the blessed BB.
No, this is straight up from the Christmas Story. So yeah, it's not gonna help.
Oh,
well, we had actually had a couple questions come in this week on Facebook and Twitter. Ooh. So we've made it to the top, guys. We had two questions come in. So I thought we could. We should answer those questions, right?
It's question time.
We should answer those questions because our listeners want to know.
They do.
They do.
The first question comes from a man named Gay Ray Strite. No.
Huh?
No.
Gary Street. Gary Street.
Street.
Wonder how Street. How do you spell street?
See, you joke, but you know as well as I do.
We joke because people can't spell our name. Our name is Street, Street, and every time I have to give somebody our name, I go, "My name's Street," and they go, "How do you spell that?" And I'm like, "Really? Like the road you drive on, street?" Like, oh.
Yeah, I just automatically just say street like you drive on.
Yeah, like you drive on.
It's just automatically every time.
So I was just making fun of our name. It comes from our father, Gary Street. Our first question.
What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy. He asked, what or who is your podcast inspirations? So we've been doing this for, 11 or 12 weeks now. Did anybody
Yeah.
inspire you to do it, or just you can say me? You can say Ryan. You inspired me
Yeah,
to do this.
Ryan pretty much made us do this. So
Yeah,
it's
he was really lonely, and we're just trying to, keep his
Pretty
spirits up.
much. I wanted
keep
friends
him
to talk
keep
to.
him off the edge.
When you live,
Yeah.
when you have a
Talk him down,
toddler
man.
that only says a few words, you're just like, I need to talk to people.
This is basically a multi-part extended intervention for Ryan.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll give you my the podcast that I like. I'll plug them for.
Yeah.
Just make sure
Yeah.
just don't leave us for them.
No.
Just stay here with us. We'll give you
Yeah.
a nice big warm hug.
Yeah.
Something.
Lots of laughs.
Lots of laughs. But there's
not in a creepy way.
not in a creepy way.
No.
A side hug or something. I
Could
don't
be
know.
creepy.
Could be.
Sometimes.
Yeah, if you want that, if you want creepy.
If you like creepy, yeah. We're here for you.
Yeah. So, but some of the podcasts that I like, there's a podcast called BLT Lunch Break that's been on for a little while now that I think Katrin listens to it some too. It's just basically three guys that get around, that just get on and talk to each
They
other.
Get around.
No, they just like get on and
get
just
around.
tell stories. So it's fun. BLT Lunch Break is a fun one.
They get around.
Yeah, they're way bigger than us.
They have other podcasts and they have other things that they do, and
Yeah.
it's kind of fun because it's like they have their own. Again, they have their own other shows, and they come together and do this totally different show. That's neat.
Yeah, one guy's big on
Kinda like that.
YouTube. Tim Tracker, he's a great guy. I met him a few times. So they're a fun listen. I listened to Ear Biscuits by Rhett and Link. Rhett and Link is popular YouTubers, pretty much the top YouTubers in my book. They do good mythical morning every day. They're probably worth a lot of money, but they do a podcast too called Ear Biscuits, and you can listen to it like any podcast, or they video it, and you can watch it on YouTube. Watch the podcast as it happens. Another one I listen to is Skywalking Through Neverland, which is a Disney/Star Wars podcast, and they talk about everything going on in the Disney and Star Wars realm, which is fun. Super nice people. Got to meet them at Star Wars Celebration when we were down there. And there's one called Scare Zone. I'm a big, and this is sort of weird, but I'm a big, I like a big Halloween guy. And basically,
Weirdo.
yeah,
He likes horror.
Yeah, horror. So there's it's called Scare Zone. It's by one of the guys that's on BLT Lunch Break does it, and basically they talk about Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. And I'm a big fan. I'm bummed that I probably won't get to go this year. They're actually bringing the house that I've been waiting on for years that I would like to see walk through. Basically, what they do is they make these haunted houses, but they're like the size of a soundstage. So it's like you're walking through a movie. It's so detailed.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, they've got people in costume off the streets. Yeah, one of the years we went, they had a guy dressed up as the devil from Legend.
Yeah.
On like these big giant stilts, and it was perfect makeup. I mean, straight out of the movie, it looked awesome.
Oh yeah, they do such a great job. It's like you're walking through a movie. Last year they did Halloween 2. It was like you're walking straight through the movie. They've done Freddy versus Jason. Mm-hmm. They did an Aliens versus Predator one that was amazing.
Oh, that would be cool.
It looked like you were in one of the movies. But this year they're doing The Shining, and one of my favorite horror movies.
So is it the Jack Nicholson version that they're doing?
Yes, because they got the right. They have since they do Harry Potter land and stuff, whatever they call it there, Harry Potter world,
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They have good ties with WB. WB owns the rights to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. So so that's going to be based on the movie. But all the commercials I've seen for it, they haven't shown Jack Nicholson character. So there's thoughts, is he going to be in the house? Is it going to be like you're walking through the house as him and everything's happening around you?
Interesting.
A lot of thoughts on that, but I'm super bummed that I probably won't get to go, and I'm not going to get to go because in September we're having another baby, and I don't think Jennifer would be happy if I said, "See you for a couple of days. I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights."
You'll have lots of you'll have lots of family in.
So I could go.
Just take Grant.
Yeah.
Just take Grant with you. Just take Grant with you and just take him to the park.
He doesn't get scared or anything of that stuff.
No.
They also do the IPs, or what they call the intellectual properties, is what they call, like The Shining and stuff like that. They also do their original houses, and last year they did one that was like an old West town, and it looked like you were walking through this ghost town, and it's just cool, all the detail. A regular person doesn't even see all the detail, but they would have like dead bodies in a scene, and then in the next scene you would actually see the ghost of that dead body, but you didn't really realize that until you like looked into the detail of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
the one I wish I could have went through was the American Werewolf in London one.
Oh, it was like you're walking through the movie.
That's such a good movie.
And the puppets,
the two guys in it were idiots, but
they made these giant puppets to use as the wolves, and they look just like the movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they do a great job. Halloween Horror Nights. If you're ever in Orlando during the Halloween season, and it goes from like September to like November now, I think.
They do it in Hollywood too.
Yeah, they do it in Hollywood.
The one in Hollywood's. I've been to that one, and the Universal Studios in Hollywood is awesome, especially at night, because it's like on the side of a mountain basically, and there's this huge escalator that goes down the side of a mountain from one section of a park to another, and you can just see out like a Hollywood and LA and all the lights and stuff at night. It's really awesome looking.
Yeah, I haven't got to go there, but I really want to. So closer to Halloween, we'll probably do some Halloween episodes and talk about all our fun, spooky stuff. But I think another question we had was Josh Shelton asked us what we thought of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Katrin, you still haven't seen it, have you?
I have not.
Oh,
no.
It's sad.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll tell you what I tell everybody. I loved it. It was hilarious. I thought it was the perfect continuation of Volume 1. Did I think it was better than Volume 1? I don't know, because Volume 1 was such a surprise hit. Nobody really saw it coming. They thought it was going to fail. I think somebody even asked Chris Pratt before it came out, how do you feel about being in the first Marvel movie that's going to bomb? And he just sort of laughed. But I thought it was great. I thought Drax was hilarious. All the characters were so funny and great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was great. It was fun. Like you said, yeah, it feels like it just picked up straight from the first movie. It was really good. The writing was great. It was funny. All the actors in it did a great job. Baby Groot is adorable, and Rocket. I always like the interaction between Rocket and Yondu in the movie is really fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. They did some great stuff because they're two like similar characters, and they treat people around them about the same way, and so it's just fun watching them interact. One thing at the end, I'm not going to say what exactly. I wasn't sure exactly if they needed to do it. It just made me kind of sad. You'll know if you've seen it. It was just kind of sad, and it's just like, oh, you really have to do that? Yeah. All right. Okay. Fine.
But it's the Marvel universe, so you never know.
And it's got another great soundtrack to it.
Oh,
I listen. Spotify. If you have Spotify, they have the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 together now, and I can just listen to that all day.
It's great.
Great music.
It's great. So, we're already about at an hour, so we haven't even got to a bunch of stuff. So we'll save that till next time. But tomorrow I leave for Disney World.
And I do not.
So excited. So make sure you follow us on Twitter, I Am Geek Show, Facebook, I Am Geek Show, Instagram, I Am Geek Show, all the places. I'm going to try to upload a bunch of pictures and video and stuff from Disney so you can see what's going on. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous because of crowd levels. I don't know how much stuff we'll do. I'm hoping to see Pandora because I'd hate to go all the way to Orlando and not see Pandora. But we'll see. We're staying at a Disney resort, so we'll get extra, what they're calling extra magic hours. So we can go into the park like at 11 p.m. And check it out. So I don't know. We're still trying to figure out about recording for next week, how that's going to work. But definitely stuff will be coming from Disney. You'll see me and probably my son Grant and my wife running around, and we'll show you.
Probably won't be running.
Yeah, probably not. I'll push her around or something. We'll probably get a stroll. It's funny, every time we get a Target and they have that big shopping cart for kids,
Jennifer gets in it.
She gets in it. She goes, "Push me around," and I'm like,
"It's huge. Those things are so big." Yeah. Oh my god!
And Jennifer's so small, so it works.
So it's like I'm pushing two kids around. So I'll be at
Build
Disney.
up that back spring for your piano moving.
Oh gosh, yeah. So I'll be at Disney. I don't know what all we'll get to do while we're there, but I'll show you some stuff.
We're going to Nashville this weekend.
Ooh.
So I could post from there too.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, we're going to do some cool stuff. So,
do you have some? If you have free time while you're in Nashville, go to the Soda Parlor. It is owned by a guy named Olin Rogers. He's a YouTube guy, but basically what he did, he wanted a place where people can come and just hang out and meet him, and he'll do like free nights where he just sits there for like 13 hours just meeting his fans. But I've heard it's like a really cool place. So it's like used to they had soda fountain parlors or whatever, and you can go get sodas and you can get floats, and it's just sort of like a fun, laid back experience. So if you're looking for a place to go, Charlie may like that. Just get some ice cream floats and chill out. If you go, buy me a T-shirt from there, because I heard they have really cool T-shirts. So just give me a T-shirt.
What's going on?
I wear a large.
He's turned your trip into a shopping experience for himself.
Yeah, really. Let's do what Ryan wants to do.
No, you
what else should we do, Ryan? I mean, we don't have plans or anything.
I mean, I was going to get you something at Disney, but now I guess I won't. I'm just throwing.
I saw a shirt for you. It said, it was, oh man, it's terrible. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it had to do with Dole Whip and what they say on the monorail. And it was basically, "Get your hands off my Dole Whip." You know, it's like, "Por favor, manténganse a las de las Dole Whip," or whatever. You know, so it was funny. But
I will hopefully be sending you guys pictures of Dole Whip when I'm there. Lots of pictures of Dole Whip.
Great.
We'll hate you. It's fine.
Well, that's episode 10.
Whew, man.
Ooh,
we made it.
We made it.
Done. No more.
Yeah, many more to come. We learned a lot this episode. Blood and guts and reboots and
Tom Cruise.
We don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your slip and slide. Don't try it
tripping.
With Hopper.
It's great.
So Katrin just went into speech jammer mode, and
I think once an episode, I think it's going to happen.
I'll leave that in. That's how we'll end this episode. So until next time, we are I Am Geek. Talk to you soon. Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. Bye.